Hi traders, this is Greg Kilpack with the Trader's Plan on the Options Trading Desk. Today is March 30th, 2022, and I'd like to give you an update on what I see happening in the market right now. I'd also like to talk about some options trades that I'm keeping an eye on. Not quite ready to enter yet, but they are on my watch list. Please make sure that you like and subscribe to these videos so that you never miss one of our market updates. So this is the Dow Jones Industrial Average that represents what the whole market is doing in general. And what we see is that we've had a very nice bounce over the last couple of weeks. From this point here, a little over 2 weeks ago, we've had a nice run up. It went up sideways last week, went a nice run up 2 weeks ago, and now we have climbed a little bit higher yesterday, but we're losing steam pretty fast, it looks like, as we approach higher prices and this previous resistance level based on this horizontal black line that I've drawn for you. How do we know that that's resistance right there? Well, it's because the market came down and then went up and tried to go above that level and failed right there. It came down for a few days and tried again to bounce above it and failed again. So that's a pretty strong resistance level right there. And when the market bounced off it, it came down and went to lower lows. That's the definition of a downtrend. Lower highs and lower lows. And we're seeing that in the market over the last 3 months. Now, what we see right now is that the market is stalling as we approach the previous resistance level. We see lower volume. The higher prices go. That's a bearish sign. And we see lower price gains the closer we get to resistance, another bearish sign. So I'm fully expecting for the market and a lot of stocks to go with it to roll over and start to head down. And within the next month or two, at the most, actually probably within the next few weeks, to retest the lows down here around 32.6 or so, more or less. Support and resistance are not exact prices, but general price levels. And so at some point here, I'm going to watch for the market to roll over. And here's some options trades that I'm looking at based on that happening. Now, Snap is one of those stocks that we trade a lot. We've made a lot of money buying options on Snap, buying put options. And what we see right now is, first off, the 50-day moving average is showing downtrend still. We've got a bounce right off of about $28 a share. Bounce there, and it bounced there. And then it bounced up, but it's failing to go to previous prices at 42. That's the previous high. And it failed. It went up to 42, did a rally up here and failed before even getting to 42. And now, so far, the highest price in the last week is $37.19. And we're sitting pretty close to that right now, but it did actually go up to 38 yesterday and today, but it's stalled at that price level. If we're going to have an uptrend from here, it's got to trend up above the 50-day moving average. And even though it has poked its head above the 50-day, I'm not confident that it's going to climb up from here. I believe the downtrend is going to continue. At least that's what it's showing so far. Now, if it does trend up from here, I'm perfectly happy to go wherever the market takes me. But right now, technically, it's still showing downtrend. Okay. Now, even though we did go a little bit higher, I'm still expecting the stock to roll over. If you look real closely in here, over the last 5, 6, 7 trading days, it's gone sideways with a low of about a little under $35 a share. It's held its value there, but it hasn't gone above 38. We're in a week and a half range between 35 and 38. If it starts to show strength above 38 and continue to climb, start to trend above 38, I'm in. I'll buy long. However, I don't think it's going to do that. I think it's going to go down below 35. When it does that, I'm going to buy puts at the money at least 2 months out, with the expectation it's going to go down to at least 28, if not more. In fact, I might do a debit spread, which means that I'll buy a 35 or 36 put and sell a 26 to 28 call which will bring down the price of the trade. I'm essentially giving up my profits if it goes way below whatever price of the option I sell. If I sell at 26, if it goes down to 20, well, I'm giving up the price and the value of the option between 26 and 20. Usually it doesn't do that, and so it just brings down the price of the trade to do a debit spread. So Snap is one of many stocks that has a similar pattern as what the market is doing, and I think it's going to roll over. Let's look at some other stocks that are doing the same thing. Now, Caterpillar overall is going sideways. If you look at the pretty flat 50-day moving average, it's overall sideways, but this is in a real big range. You got 230 on the top side, and you got 180 on the bottom for a range. That's quite a range. That's like a $50 price range. And so here we are close to the top. It went as high as 227. It's starting to stall. I've already taken a short position on this just in my personal accounts. So I am about ready to do to buy a put option on this. It looks like it's going to roll over. I want to see a little bit more evidence that it's going to do that before I actually enter the trade. Now there's a number of stocks that are in the same basic pattern where they've bounced up to relative highs and are going to probably roll over. When that happens, there's going to be a number of good trades of stocks that we can buy puts at the money going out at least 2 months. That's the general entry on puts when I buy them. So that's what's going to do it. That makes it so that we don't lose too much on our time decay if we go at least 2 months out. So hopefully we can get out of the trade in 2 to 3 weeks and not get hit too hard by the loss in time value. So that's what I'm looking at right now. Are you consistently making money in your trading? Do you know how to set up your trades so that you make a lot when you're right and only lose a little bit when you're wrong? Well, if you're not doing that, then you should join us. Just go to thetradersplan.com/options-income. You'll receive trade alerts for entries and exits that we're doing. We usually do 1 to 2 trades a week. And you'll also receive the education behind it, the reasoning behind why we do those trades, so that it's not just you blindly following us in our trading, it's you learning as we trade with you is how to look at it. And if you sign up right now, you'll get a free one-on-one consultation with me. I've been coaching traders for about 10 years now, and new traders typically make the same mistakes. And it's pretty easy to spot. So I can help you with your position management, with your entries, and with your money management. All of these things, very important to successful trading. We do these free one-on-one consultations over Zoom so we can look at the charts together and talk about it. So if you'd like to join us, please do. Just go to thetradersplan.com/options-income. Well, that's it for now. This is Greg Kilpack wishing you a very profitable week.